my mind and my body. As soon as but there's one thing I say and always need.
This world shall know pain.
His come and dance with me in hell, won't you?
What is up, peeps? It is time for another episode of Chibi No Podcast. I hate you, MrMister. You got me, David the Smash fan.
MrMister.
Yo, Corey, what up, peeps?
And Shark King.
I hate you so much.
what I've
Why you gotta
noticed,
make fun of me?
I do it because I love you. But then what I've noticed is when you have headphones on and the intro starts, it's a really long intro.
It is.
20 something seconds.
Yeah, I just didn't think, like when I was like, he started, I'm just like, damn.
I'll have to make a note of that. 20 seconds is now a long time.
It's a long
I don't think I think that's a subjective to
I got used to the TikTok stuff, my bad.
TikTok stuff. My gosh.
TikTok have ruined you, man.
Yes, they have. But they made me laugh a lot, so I survived. I live a little bit longer. Each time you laugh, you live a little bit longer.
So what are you going to do when they remove TikTok from the United States?
Instagram, because remember, I've shown you some funny stuff on Instagram.
That's true.
That's where the more racist stuff happens, and that's okay.
There was a tall
it's
little
American
person.
base.
I shared a thing of him of a tall little person, and he was like my brother's height, and it was weird because they had the forehead and everything.
Are you calling me a tall little person?
Oh,
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
that you're the size of a tall
little person. Like you could, like a dwarf. He had like the forehead and the butt and everything, but like he was like
You had
was
the
just fat,
forehead
he was dirty,
and
he
the
was
butt.
like 5'3", and people in the comment section were like, "This is ungodly. This is what happens when we play golf."
This is ungodly. Holy cow.
Well, because he got the leg surgery.
Well, we're canceled.
He got the leg surgery.
He did?
Yeah, they snapped his shins, and then he grew like 4 inches. But you can grow 4 inches.
That's what I keep telling
Nah, I
you.
don't want that.
You'll be what, 5'8"?
4 inches is not that much. That's also subjective.
Some girls can.
Hey, you know what? We're not talking about that. This is what gets us in trouble. Anyway, if this is your first time listening,
You guys are getting canceled.
this is the first time.
For the what? How many times?
If I had to bet, I'd say it'd be Diego first.
Yeah,
That's true.
You think you get banned a couple of times from Facebook?
that Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Xbox Live, and then PlayStation. Because my gamer tag for PlayStation is HIV positive. So
But you know what he'd always say? He'd always say, like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "I'm not positive. I'm HIV positive." That's what he would say all the time.
From South Park, and then I took it from there.
What happened now?
Oh, you got
What
banned.
happened?
That
I
is
got
not my
older,
friend.
and I don't have a PlayStation account anymore.
You can still be HIV positive.
Yeah, but I'd have to be. Doing stuff
I don't want
get
him to
it.
have that.
I'd have to be doing stuff to get it.
Anyway, we're going way off topic here. Okay, this is not what the
not the
Chibi No
background talk,
podcast
it's
is
Chibi No
about.
podcast.
This is about we do that in the
Is that what
background
the
talk.
people want?
Maybe in the other
If
chat
they laugh, then
podcast,
that's what they get. They deserve it.
they deserve it. Okay,
To laugh, yeah, good. If you laughed, just give it a thumbs up.
no one does that except for Boricua Senpai.
You can't even see it.
Like, comment, subscribe if you like MrMister's rants. Anyway, this is your first time listening to watching Chibi No Podcast, which is a bunch of guys, bunch of friends talking about anime, video games, movies, whatever floats our boat.
But
Books. But why? We've gone over this like a million times. It's
They
our
have to know,
passion.
because not everybody listens to the Chibi No
It's our
podcast
passion.
continuously. They need to know.
Yeah, but they don't.
It's the passion of ours.
I'm rebooting.
Rebooty?
We got the Pokemon Master. We got the Asian enthusiast. We have
The degenerate.
the degenerate, and you have me, the Smash fan. There you go.
All your bases are covered.
Yeah,
W.
Yeah, sure.
the cinephile. There we go. I'll give you another title,
Oh,
cinephile.
there you go. I like that too.
But you're the Asian enthusiast first.
I'm all over the place.
You're those two things. You can't get
all over the place. Those two things. It's just, that just reminds me of which one? Miles and Peter. He can turn invisible on command. He can't do it on command. I'll show him the glowy thing. I also can't do it on command. Oh, but that's okay. What else can you do? Just those two things. Just those two things.
Are we supposed to wait for something when he does it with their fingertips? It just takes me a while. I'm just absorbing it. Use your palms, man. Oh, I love that. Great movie. 2026 can't come soon enough.
We would have already had it. You know that?
Yeah, that's true.
I know.
Sad.
Wait, 2026? I thought it was next
That-
year.
From what I've heard, it's speculation is 2026. Some people have said it's going to come out next year. I don't think so.
If it was coming out next year, they would announce it in the summer. So, like, I don't know.
Well, they announced. Okay, well, they announced how long did it take to make Across the Spider-Verse?
A couple years.
Couple years. at the time that the second one came out,
They
as
didn't
far as
start
we knew,
anything.
they haven't even recorded the lines, which is the first thing they do.
Said she didn't even
Haley
start her
Steinfeld.
lines. Yeah, she didn't start any of her lines at the time. When the movie came out and it was already going in rotation, she said she has not started any
Yeah,
lines.
but they
for
would
the-
probably have the script and everything.
Yeah, but
I think the line aspect, voiceover. I think
But then there was the whole writer's strike.
That's true.
So I don't know what else happened with that.
if you hear any background noise, it's the thunder. And then we
Hear
have
the
family
thunder.
members in the background, so just FYI.
And we have a raging storm happening.
It's a rager.
But anyway, so yeah, so that's why I think 2026 is when it's most likely going to happen.
And then this year, though,
Deadpool.
it should be, well, not just Deadpool, but maybe I think late
Eternal
June, early July, we'll get the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 trailer.
There's already been fakes of people like showing, like, this is what what Shadow looks like. I'm like, you just took Sonic and just made him his supersonic form, and then colored him. Like, that's not what he looks like.
Are you saying that
That
because
is
you
what
were
he
the
looks
one
like.
watching for those trailers?
I want those trailers. I want to see that. I want to see Shadow.
You wanna
My boy.
see
I don't want to
my
see
boy
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves?
Fudge that.
He's
if
the
he's
one.
mute the entire time, great. All the movies I like
you
give
know what, I would be
Keanu.
surprised if he's a good voice actor and not a good actor. If he's a great voice actor, props to him, because then that way it's like just stay in that lane.
You don't like
then.
Keanu Reeves either?
I like
No,
him as a
he didn't like
person.
it by
I like him as a person. I think he's a great person. I
yeah.
will defend him to the depths of hell. But as an actor, he's just mid as hell.
Okay,
As acting in his voice, but if he's like doing his own stunts, great. He's a S plus.
he was Ken in Barbie. Toy Story.
I don't know.
No. He was the Duke.
He was
Duke
yeah.
something. Whatever that
Duke
game.
Nukem. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Duke.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
the stunt toy in
Oh,
Toy
yeah.
Story.
See, you didn't know it.
Oh,
because he was that
wasn't
good.
Not
bad.
three.
See, if he's good at voice acting, then I'm more relaxed about it.
So if that were
But
to
as
happen,
an actor,
We'll see. I mean, we'll see. I'm still not happy about it, but we'll see. If he's good, great. If he's not,
Why don't you like him? I need to know these things.
I just never.
He's
I
the
never.
one.
He's very one dimensional in the way that he delivers lines. I don't like it.
have you seen The Matrix?
Exactly.
Yes.
That's the whole thing. And then
I
I
see
saw
the
him.
speed.
I had to see him
He
in.
plays Ted the same way as he plays Neo, the same way he plays.
Nah.
He was in.
Yeah.
I think I can't remember what Shakespearean. They made a movie adaptation. I think it's Midnight Summer's Dream or something like that. He was in that. He's supposed to have a British accent. Supposed to be this very charismatic or jealous type. And I was like, dude, he sucks. Like, I don't like this movie anyway, but he sucks.
You might be the only person I've ever heard who says that about Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, see?
I don't like it.
I've never heard a negative thing about
He's a hater.
Keanu Reeves.
People get confused because people get
You
Distracted
You get
by-
confused by association from your brother.
no. I've felt the same way too. No, it's just people get confused with his action roles that he plays, where he does his own stunts and he does really
Yeah.
cool stuff.
He does
And
cool
on top of
stuff.
that, he's a really good person. Like, but then if you really look at his acting, like just in general, it's very subpar. I was curious. I looked up on YouTube his best moments.
Uh-huh.
They were all just laughable.
I need to watch this again.
They
I
were
need, I need to see
laughable.
what you're watching to make my comment. I do think it's a
There was
great
like a
act. I
scene
do
where
like-
something bad happened. He was like screaming and like crying in pain, and it was just like, dude, this is community college theater type of.
Speed was
bad.
okay.
It was cringe.
It was
but-
okay in Speed.
But like I said, he's a great guy.
I was about to say.
He's a great guy. I give him a S plus. Like if I was friends with him, I'd defend him to the end of it. But I'll be like, bro, don't act, please.
But anyway, point is, that's
Sonic.
Sonic, yeah, Sonic.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about Celebrate. Let's go to Japorian because he has some updates on this.
Specialty.
Oh man, so many good stuff has happened in the past couple of days. So
More sexy outfits.
yeah, I gotta say, previously, there was a lot of complaints about
Previously
the whole
on Stellar Blade.
issue about Stellar Blade. The whole censored thing and all that. Yesterday, the new DLC came out. They made some improvements in the game. They added a boss mode, meaning you can actually fight all the bosses back to back, and you can track how many items you.
Or like a horde mode for bosses.
You actually get to select individual ones. So you actually, once you beat a boss, they give you how long they take you to finish, what kind of items to use, how many times you have been revived, like stats of all your fights. So you can actually compare with other people.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like a Monster Hunter when you capture the monster, you fight him in the arena, and you can do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, okay.
And the cool thing about this, like even some developers from Stellar Blade have been posting their scores and see if people can actually beat them.
Dude, that's cool.
That's actually really
That's cool.
right? In addition to that, if you finish beating all the bosses, you actually get a new outfit, which is awesome, which is also amazing part of the game. They added
Amazing.
2 new outfits.
What is this? What are these outfits?
These new outfits are in collaboration from a game called Konoichi, which is a samurai, female samurai outfits from a game. I never played the game.
Konoichi? I thought it was like... I thought those were ninjas.
Yeah, they're female ninjas. But that's the name of... I think it's part from a particular game.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, you're fine. I was like...
So that was kind of cool. They, in addition to that, they say, well, one other thing, go and talk to a certain character in the game. If you talk to a certain character in the game, you get 2 new outfits. And these 2 new outfits are basically...
Lingerie.
No, they're... Well, kind of. They're basically the outfits that originally got censored, but in a newer style, a different color. So they gave you like an uncensored version of the game. They initially...
Uncensored? Oh my gosh.
They kept the outfits that's supposed to be censored, but they give you 2 new outfits that remove the sensory. They're kind of similar, but they remove the sensory aspect of it.
Oh, okay, I get you.
So in a way,
they removed it, but you have to earn it now. It's not just part of the thing, or it's DLC.
It's a gift. It's a gift.
Yeah, cool.
And the cool thing about this is like a lot of fans were complaining about this, and I guess still the company itself, in a way, kind of deliver and
developers.
listen.
Yeah, like that's good on them because fuck these 1%.
So you still get those censor outfits because the ones that initially came out with, but you get these new ones that are basically the same thing.
And you know what I like that they're doing?
Cool.
This is free.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna make this developers
$3.99 is my favorite price.
Yeah, but for the developers, like that's gonna get them long term fans.
I mean,
so
they're getting a lot of
new
recognition already.
Yeah, but this keeps long term fans. So when, let's say in the future, like from this, I can't remember what the developers company's name is, but they say the next game's coming out, and they're like, from the directors of this Stellar Blade, you're like, oh shit, okay, yeah, we definitely gonna hit this. You know
in
what
addition
I mean?
to that, they did mention that they want to do a sequel, as well as being able to do this game on PC a lot faster. So they're actually thinking of doing PC.
On top of that, too, I don't know if we talked about it last time. Sony is going to try to push out their games quicker to PC.
So,
I don't remember if we talked about it last time.
We talked about how they're going to do multi-platform, which is going on all consoles.
Yeah, but
at the same time.
planning on
Just for
pushing
Final
it.
Fantasy, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's
That's
cool.
good.
But yeah, so Stellar Blade is doing amazing. A lot of people are really liking it. I'm pushing my. I think it's gonna be. I want to say I would want that game to be game of the year, but that's just me though.
I think this is my honest take on it. I think it won't win that, but I think it will win a lot of awards. I think it'll probably like gameplay mechanics and maybe I don't know the score. I haven't heard anything about the score, but gameplay mechanics.
The score is amazing.
But like I think Final Fantasy is probably going to take a majority of everything. Though it's going to be those two.
Are you sure? I don't think
Final Fantasy
so.
is gonna.
Final Fantasy?
No,
I don't think
especially
it's
when it
gonna
comes
win.
to the sales.
Well, not the sales. The sales doesn't mean much.
The sales don't mean anything for
But like at the Game Awards, I don't think so.
Sales don't mean anything on the Game Awards.
I mean, I guess
Because it's the same thing Stellar Blade's only on PS5. If it was on PS4, then yeah, you can make an argument, but it's the same thing.
I guess so.
I don't know. We'll see.
But I heard that the ending of the new Final Fantasy was not the greatest.
MrMister?
It's not bad. It's just, but it's always like that with the sequel to of a trilogy. It leaves you wanting more, and it's not bad in the sense of like that's a crappy ending. It's like what? This is where they're gonna end it. Like I want more. Like you yearn for more. That's what it is. It's not like
yearn it.
It's like Halo 2 when Halo 2 ended and Master Chief was coming back, and
Not making me sad.
and you're just like, this is where they ended.
Oh, that was
Really?
Okay.
Like you're pissed because you want to play more. It's kind of more of the
They
same.
took forever, man.
Yes, 3 years. And as a teenager, as a young kid, 3 years is a long effing time.
I was in middle school when the Halo 2
quick.
came out, and I was in high school. No, I ended high school when the last one came out.
I went through all of middle school.
But that's how 7
But
is.
I think about this though, for being a new IP.
No, congratulations
I think
on
they-
it.
they actually
if
did
they
something.
win like indie game or not indie,
Not
but like
indie.
new, like if they have
Not
a new awards for like new IPs, they 100% deserves that, and maybe the gameplay mechanics because the gameplay like how everything moves is really fun. So I would want them to win a lot.
I was gonna say it's number one downloaded game on the PlayStation Store at the moment. Even the guy who created Nier Automata was like, he was jealous because like, oh, I can't believe you guys made this game because this game is really good.
That's good, dude. You'll be cool if they did a collab.
I think they're gonna. I can see that happening.
Good.
For sure.
Yeah.
The music was composed by the guy who did Nier as well too. So I mean, there's some.
Oh, yeah, that's probably why he was jealous too. He's like, you traitor.
They did a really good job.
But
And
no,
the
that's
fact
what I'm
they
saying.
added
I would like
release
for
to the fans. I think that's amazing.
Like I said, I think it's going to win a lot of awards, but the main big one of Game of the Year is probably going to be Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy. Okay,
I honestly believe that. Yeah.
you hear it now. May
Call it
25th.
now.
So whatever the day is.
Unless
Whatever day this is.
Oh, I thought you said Viola Davis. I was like, what?
Oh yeah, she's in. I forgot.
Is she in still?
She might be.
She's the extra unlockable.
Viola Davis
I was gonna say, do we
costume.
have representation?
This guy's thinking about it. He's like, is Viola Davis in still?
I'm pretty sure he's like, I'm pretty sure she's in there somewhere.
Anyway, so
but-
that was still a blade.
Okay,
I'm happy.
Blade. Cool,
I'm
guys.
glad.
Next up, I want to talk about this. I'm gonna switch it over to Shark King because he needs to give us some background on this.
Yeah.
So first of all,
What's up, man?
this has to involve a guy named Stephen A. Smith. So,
Oh, yeah.
MrMister obviously does not know who this person is.
idea who that guy is.
I
Yeah,
was
but
like,
we're gonna have Shark King for all the otakus that don't watch sports.
Oh, I was gonna
Which
just
is
say
like-
before you say anything, I was like, is he a basketball player or football player?
Neither.
Neither.
Is he a sports commentator?
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Is he?
Will you allow him to explain?
I want to. I'm
Go for
curious.
it. Yeah, go for it. I'm fine.
It's gonna be racist up. Is he the black guy that's in the video? Is he the guy who did he referenced like an anime character in one of his things?
Oh, that
and he said the
guy.
wrong name.
That's probably him. Yeah.
Isn't that the same guy?
I like him. He's funny, but yeah, when he said
Okay,
the
thank
name's
you
wrong-
for allowing Miss Shark King
That's
to
fine. I'm cool with it.
explain.
Isn't
I
he
think-
also the guy who also said if Lightning McQueen can beat somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That guy.
Yeah, he keeps getting weird stuff to Twitter, and they go with it. So they post it on the show. He's probably the highest paid
Commentator?
ESPN commentators
Good.
/ analyst.
Probably, yeah.
He's been doing it for forever. But yeah, he's been in charge of like their highest viewed shows, programming. So he's like the guy. If anybody were to like, ESPN could survive probably on just almost him alone.
So what's happening with him?
Well, what was the most recent one that
The
he
reason why I
released?
shared with you guys was he mispronounced his name. He said Mewtwo instead of
Oh,
Mewtwo.
okay. Now
But
I
it
see.
was if Mewtwo could play against one-on-one against LeBron James, it would Mewtwo.
He's
win.
like Mewtwo is 6'7", 250 pounds.
He's like, oh, he weighs more, which I still think is crazy because Mewtwo. Like when I think of Mewtwo, I don't ever think of like
The weight?
bulky,
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean,
big,
if,
because he's like thin.
yeah. On top of
Yeah.
that, in Smash Bros, he's one of the lighter
He's like,
characters.
yeah, he's like really
Yeah.
floaty. But yeah, so he's heavier than LeBron James, which is wild. But he's shorter than him.
If you saw the picture though, I think they put up his stats as well, like from the
Yeah,
Pokemon.
they put
I was
up
like,
in
what
the
the
game.
heck?
Did they
And
really?
Yeah, so like Stephen A. Smith's like looking, he's like, okay, Mewtwo. He's like, okay.
like,
Ooh,
what-
he's a psychic type. He's like, so he's
proposed.
composed. Like he really took it seriously. And I think the best part is there were so many people from like the Pokemon YouTuber community that were like, all right, guys, this is the future of content. Like you just gotta compare, like you know how people do like, oh, like how many like real world animals could I beat?
Yeah.
Like we're gonna start doing that with Pokemon. Like how many Bidoofs could I beat in a fight before like they completely like overrun me or beat me up?
It's a beaver. I don't want.
So these guys are like going in order. Like, could I beat an Ursaring in a fight? He's like, no. Could I beat a Bulbasaur in a fight? I'm like, yes. Ivysaur. He's like, it might be hard. Like Venusaur. He's like, no, I think I'm done. But they're just bringing
Yeah.
up like stuff like that. But the Stephen A. Smith, it was funny because like I don't know if like they plan it, rehearse it, because most of it is done like
On the
live.
spot? Okay.
Yeah. But he was really like, okay, he's psychic, he's composed. Like
That just
he would
sounds like
wanna-
what
he would know what LeBron wants to do, and then he even goes down to his abilities. He's like, oh, he's got pressure. He's like, yeah, Mewtwo might be, or LeBron might be afraid of him. Would want him. So I was like, okay, this was. I just thought it was funny, and they have had him do pick his starters, like Generation 1 starters,
Yeah.
and he picked Charizard.
Of course.
My favorite one is like on I think it was with the Mewtwo one. No, it just made me think of something because I was talking to Shark King about. He's like, you never want to run a physical Mewtwo. So I'm like, I don't think he would fight very well against LeBron.
This is true, but
Wait.
the funniest thing too is like, I'll have to send you this. I only sent you guys the video. What was it? A couple days ago.
Yeah,
But there's actual like people who have obviously gone in and made edits and post comments. So there's one where like LeBron, they have a clip where LeBron goes for a dunk and then he does it because like it's in the middle of a play, so like a foul's called. So he doesn't dunk, he just stops, like kind of mid dunk. And it's like that's what would happen to LeBron because Mewtwo would use disable. He wouldn't be able to dunk it.
Oh my gosh.
And there's parts where they zoom in like from different games. Of
Yeah.
course, people editing footage, and LeBron's like looking around confused because of a fall cause. He's like, yeah, he's confused. He's like, he's confused.
Dude, with that being said, let him cook. I want to see more of this.
Well,
I would like to see this.
more.
I would like to see more. This is awesome.
well, I don't know why, but for some reason, this is like why people want him to like read the Pokedex. I'm like, I don't want him to butcher all these
I
names.
wouldn't want him to butcher.
Oh, that's what they want.
What I would want.
I kinda want that.
Is for like
Mewtwo.
have like a little section and they can just throw random people and he got like anime characters, video game characters, comic book characters.
Could Ichigo go against Michael Jordan 1-on-1?
There you go. Or Goku
He uses this thing called Bankai. He goes faster.
the
Yeah.
classic Goku versus Superman. What would he say?
I think he has to go against like an actual like.
Real person.
Okay,
At least he knows, like a basketball player, because he knows the stats of that guy.
That's
and then
true. That's true.
He can.
Not always necessarily, like I said, they've given him the which chart, which
Oh, yeah, the
starter would
starters,
you
yeah.
choose, and has nothing to do with.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here's what we should do. Is I don't
spam
know,
him?
we're gonna spam him with different ones and see if it gets read. You got to tell us when they air that because I don't know when,
Okay,
Okay.
and we'll read it with like at
Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith. You have to make it an X though. You better call it Japorion.
So the fans can find you.
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes
You're-
sense. Yeah,
You
makes
can
sense.
promote Stellar Blade.
Which one has the bigger booty? 2B. What's her name?
For
Stellar Blade.
that's
He's too. He's too engrossed in the outfits. even though
Eve. Her name is Eve.
Eve. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Who
Okay.
has the
What
bigger
is her
2B or
name?
Eve?
Took me a while. Like, what's her name? Yeah.
You clearly know he's paid attention.
Yes, because this the story is what.
Yeah.
Good story.
The
Good
story
story.
and the gameplay.
Give it a year.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna spam Stephen A. Smith to do. I don't know. We'll think of questions.
No, but you'd be really cool though.
Mewtwo wins though.
Oh, hands
Right,
down.
that's not even close.
At the end, because if Mewtwo lost and they talked to Mewtwo, it'd be like at the end of the day, it's just Pokemon.
I would like to ask him
was the best.
about Kendrick Lamar versus what's his name, Drake.
Drake, what about it? Oh, like who wins?
Yeah. What would he say?
Oh, that'd actually be interesting. I don't know if he follows hip hop or anything. I don't know what he
does.
listens to. He does.
He does.
I wonder if they'd ask him that. I would ask him like, who would
Probably
win?
his next thing is cooking up.
Who would win? Kendrick or Drake? And then throw
Rap
in.
battle or a fist fight?
I don't know. Well,
Drake is bigger.
He's gonna. He's gonna pull him up like a boxing fight. He's like, well, he's got weight. He's like, oh, but he's got reach on him.
yeah, but Drake's Canadian.
That is true.
You know how to fight. He went to
Wolverine's
Degrassi.
Canadian.
Yeah, but Wolverine's also has an adamantium in him, and he's a literal like
Not always.
freak of nature. Yeah, but
Deadpool?
the ones that we know him is,
And he's technically not Canadian.
but he's a mutant. We're talking about normal Canadians.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah, he sucks too.
Bigfoot.
He is the.
Bigfoot's not Canadian.
He is.
Since when?
Yeah, Sasquatch.
I swear he's not.
He is. He's an Alpha Flight.
Yeah.
It's canon. It's in the comic books.
Well, sucks.
Tony Chop.
That's still not a real Canadian. Like that's like a regular Canadian.
That's
A regular
He's
Canadian.
a Canadian who got his mutant powers.
Okay, he's a mutant again. Non-mutant, regular Canadian. Drake is a regular
Tony Chopper.
Canadian.
He's Canadian.
He is.
Yeah.
That's true.
And he can turn into a monster at will.
I'm done. Again, he's not a regular Canadian.
He's a real Canadian. He was born
I said
there.
regular.
I guess he takes drugs.
Okay, he took a drug to become human.
Yeah, so
he took the
does
human.
he
human
do drugs.
He's from One Piece.
Said
He's a
Justin
reindeer.
Bieber.
I'm still not there yet.
Justin Bieber.
Oh, talking about One Piece. I don't know if I actually talk about it. I talked to you guys before this, but One Piece is opening up a cafe in Vegas.
I thought it already was open up.
I don't remember the time.
I think it's open right now.
I think it should be open by now, but it's cool. Like it's a thematic official license, Toei Animation One Piece cafe, which is cool. And they're gonna do something else in June.
June 10th to the 16th or something like that. They're that new
The new sphere.
sphere thing. They're gonna have a special One Piece presentation. We don't know what it is, but it's gonna be tight.
How would you see all that?
Huh?
How
You
would
have
you
to be
see?
outside.
No.
Oh, you can be in there too.
Like I like the monitor, the screen is like 300 or like not all, but it's basically entire sphere, right? How would they do the present? How would you read all? Is it just gonna like
They're probably just gonna play music and show you cool action scenes and stuff. And then if they play the OP intro one, you're gonna hear a bunch of weebs singing. Da-da-da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na. I don't know the lyrics, but yeah.
Don't give it up, Nami. Da-da. Don't give it up,
That would be
Luffy.
hilarious if they did add that. I would laugh.
Yo, it took a bite of gum.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah.
Anyways, Vegas is getting One
For
Piece.
the One
So,
Piece, the king of the
I guess
pirates.
it's pretty cool. I'm excited. And talking about other One Piece kind of news, there were reports that the new One Piece live action movie, TV show, was the most streamed show in the
Yes, it was reported. Yep, 2023.
2023.
And then they're starting to do. I think they're gonna start. The next season starts 2025. I think they said, or
I think that's when they're wanting it to come
Yeah.
out. 2025.
Or
They have to do these quick though. I think they should. I think because One Piece is so big, they should make it a priority. And Netflix. This is probably not a tangent, but Netflix has this issue where they they make these series and then they don't touch it. They give time for them to write it, but I swear sometimes it doesn't work in their favor. Especially like and Disney does this too. I think I talked with Sharky about this. Is Percy Jackson is you can't have like a year and a half or 2 years in between productions because these are kids. The whole story takes place in less than 5 years, right? Or maybe about 5 years.
About 5 years.
About 5 years, and if they were to do what they're doing now, the kids are going to be like 25 or something when it finishes, and it's not going to be.
I mean, there's
If you take even 2 years to do it every
season,
it'd be 10 years.
It's the same thing with One Piece because some of the actors like Nami, Zoro, and Sanji, they're like late 20s or early 30s. So if they take the time, because like these characters are supposed to be like in their early 20s.
I mean,
and the oldest one is supposed to be Robin. She's supposed to be like 30.
I think it's fine. Think about Spider-Man too. Tom Holland, he's already like,
He's almost 30.
is he?
Yeah,
So they can.
but now he's in.
CGI it.
But again,
Tom
when they're in
Holland's
college, but if they're in college, you have more
you can
leeway.
pull off being a college.
But like again, for Percy Jackson, something like that, like you can't do that.
They can CGI it. They did it with Millie Bobby Brown in Stranger Things.
Yeah, that makes it more expensive. I literally,
I
I
mean, they
don't,
do have
I
the
don't,
money.
but I don't. I think they have, but they also have the talent and they have the time to have dedicate. Okay, let's write
True.
this. So they did the MCU, right? They said like, this is our basic outline.
Give yourself like a 4-month break.
Here's
Go
our
right
basic
back into
outline of what we want, and then, but there, it feels like they're just doing like, here's one season. Okay, I don't know what we're gonna do next. We have to wait. We're gonna wait a year, and then we're gonna start writing again.
Well,
X-Men '97, they have this. I'm pretty sure they have like this storyline.
They have the roadmap up for the first 3 seasons.
and that's why they can get. I mean, animation is also quicker, but they can get that done quickly. I'm pretty sure you can do that with One Piece, and they
Sure.
should do that with One Piece to have an overall outline done.
But you have to understand this. When they first came out with One Piece, the live action show, they weren't 100% sure if they're gonna hit.
All right,
So that's why they couldn't do anything else until they actually said.
So
people
yeah,
do
if
like it.
anything,
but I mean that same thing could have happened with X-Men '97. It could have bombed. I mean, not saying that I would have wanted it, but it could have bombed. But they already had the plot.
I was
line.
not
if
expecting it
anything-
to be this good.
Yeah,
same. If
was the
anything,
first
they could film season 2 and 3 if they want to do like 3 seasons of One Piece back
And
to
you have
back.
to understand, writing for One Piece for a live action, it's a lot challenging than just anything else.
Well, on top of that, because Oda's involved with it, like
I know. But that's I know. But that's the thing. It's like that's why I say they should have these 2 or 3 seasons mapped out so that they have time to like edit stuff that what he wants, what he
It should
doesn't
almost
want.
be like, if I'm, they should almost be like, filming 2 or 3 seasons at a time
Yeah,
to be able to get. stuff
Ideally,
done.
it would be kind of cool, but the fact is that they didn't write anything after it got announced. That means that they will start writing.
right. But now they should. That's what I'm saying. They should do that now.
That's what I'm saying. Hopefully, they got 2 seasons under their belt right now, so that when they start filming now,
See-
we'll have 2 seasons back to back.
As much as I would like it to be done like quick, I prefer them to take their time so they can actually write
But
a proper
that's exactly
story.
what David's saying. You
That-
cannot do that with the actors.
Live action
action
is
actors,
different.
you
Like
can't do it.
animation doesn't matter because unless their voice changes drastically,
I
then
mean,
Unless they're smokers.
Harry Potter, they also did that too. They're supposed to release a movie back to back, but they didn't. There are some movies that took like 2 or 3 years to actually record.
they recorded them beforehand, and then they took a while to do that.
No, for Harry Potter,
But they did that. It
was
took them
the
10
first
years.
3 movies were back to back, but then there was a gap.
Yeah, it took overall 10 years to finish the movies.
Yeah,
but
but it wasn't-
again when
But that's 3 years accumulated with 8 films.
that one worked somehow worked on because they did do those 3 movies back to back. If they'd waited a year and a half, or whatever
would not
after
been
each
good.
one, it would have not. Yeah, you see Harry at 11 and at 12, you're like, why does he look like so
Why does
huge?
he have a mustache?
Yeah,
I mean, he was
well,
already
mustache.
smoking by that time. He finished the last movie too.
Like it's funny. Like if you look at Harry Potter 3 and they look at Harry Potter 4, like you can tell there was a very obvious jump because Ron looked jacked for some reason. I was like, why does he look like he grew like 6 inches and then like 10 pounds of muscle, 20 pounds of muscle? Not that he's bulky, but he looked like
Yeah.
doesn't look like a 14-year-old.
Puberty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a challenging process, but I mean, I know what people want. They want it now. They want to make sure that
It's not necessarily now. It's just like if they film it all or trying to
They
film
just
as
need
much
to
as they
film
can,
as much
they
as they
can
can
take
together.
more time to edit. I mean, look at Lord of the Rings, right? I think they took 18 months to film all 3 of them.
Well, that would be cool if they like say, well, we allow you to do all the seasons in One Piece.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm not
Right.
saying that I'm not saying that they should film all of One Piece because we don't even know how the
How
original
far
One
they
Piece
wanna
ends.
go.
We don't know how far they want to go. But what I'm saying is, with Peter Jackson, right? He filmed all of them in a very strenuous schedule, but he didn't release them all at once. He did release something once every year, but he took his time, editing and there's tons of stuff. Like there's over, I think, an hour in each movie that they cut out that they added into extended versions, and he had time to do it, and so it came out very well.
Books. You're talking about how many volumes of One Piece? 100 and something.
Right. But again, I'm not saying that they should do all of it. I'm saying if he films 2 seasons, take maybe a little bit of break, and then do another 2 seasons, something like that.
Bulk film.
Yeah, bulk film. Yeah.
Bulk.
I mean, there's a possibility now that they actually got announced that they got renewed and they know that people like it. They can let's.
But do people like? No.
People like it? I liked it.
I saw.
You should watch it. No. You enjoy it.
I will say this.
No, that's what I heard about the regular One Piece.
I will say this.
No, I
think Luffy's live action adaptation to me is more tolerable. I actually do like Luffy's.
Really?
Yeah, he's more tolerable. One Piece Luffy, the manga one. I know people are like, well, he's this, and again, people have said, okay, he doesn't have his moment until hundreds of chapters. I'm like, okay, that's hundreds of chapters that I have to invest to get to a point where he's changed, and I'm like, nah. Whereas this one, yes, his goofiness, but is not as goofy. Yeah. It is sometimes hard to see the goofiness because they try and imitate the manga, which is not a good idea.
All the time.
Right. Yeah, and so he does his only, but he's more tolerable.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta say, I watch
Sanji and Zoro, though, are the best in that one.
Sanji's my favorite in the show.
They're the best in the...
Yeah, the best in the series, too. But, there's interactions between them that never happened in the manga, according to what Miles and what everyone else who's read here have told me, that they do in the live action adaptation, which is, it was just perfect.
And the actors do play the part. The guy who plays Zoro, he actually learned some swordsmanship doing some other movies as well. And the guy who plays Sanji, he does a lot of taekwondo and a lot of kickboxing, a lot of training.
He did like eight
he actually learned how to cook too.
Yeah, he did 8 months straight of taekwondo, and then he took a cooking class with a Michelin star chef or something weird like that.
So interesting. No. He actually, when he got his black belt, it was like a couple of days before the release of One Piece.
That's pretty cool.
So he actually went to Oda to actually sign it.
So that's actually pretty cool.
And that was awesome. And he also got a tattoo as well too. One Piece tattoo on his leg.
It's cool, when you hear some of the stories because Oda's the one who basically picked all the people who were going to play the characters. When he talked to Iñaki, he gave him the hands you're Luffy, and he's like, he's like,
see, that'd be cool. If you get the mangaka's blessing that's actually pretty cool.
So I think that's
not like a Toriyama. He's like, fudge, I'm writing super.
No, but that was a blessing in disguise. We have to say that.
It's a mix. It's a mixed bag.
Blessing in disguise.
Mixed bag.
If it wasn't, Toriyama would have been like, let me get out of my chair. Let's redraw. Let's draw.
It's a mixed bag. So he didn't redraw. But
anyway. About Toriyama, what's the deal with Daima? We're getting a lot of One Piece stuff. Lots of news.
I will say this. I think Toei should release the rights to Dragon Ball and give it to someone else, because Toei, their focus is clearly One Piece, which is fine. But Dragon Ball does need its love, and it's not coming from Toei.
What do you want to pick it up? If you guys,
the thing is,
wants the rights to go to him.
Madhouse.
I'm not. What are we gonna do with what, buddy?
Madhouse.
The podcast.
Madhouse.
You have to share
The thing is, there's. I'm trying to think of a
David can draw.
Studio.
I can make him chibis.
Studio Period.
But Para is also okay.
That's
It'll be just like those. What was it? The Hercule movie about the cell.
Yeah.
You could just draw that.
The thing is, they're investing so much in One Piece, and again, it's fair. They should invest because that's their moneymaker now.
Some of the comments when they announced the Sphere thing and the other things for One Piece.
Yeah,
I saw the comments for Dragon Ball fans when it's what's happening, and you see people just crying
because there's not getting any love. Daima, we got the announcement and then nothing. Toriyama passed away and nothing.
The thing is, what are they the thing is. That's the question. What do they do after Toriyama passed? Because they had a vision of what he wanted to do, and then let's say, I'll tell you guys next week, and then he passed.
Well, that's why I'm saying if they want to redo, like I said, if they could do a proper Kai, that's what I would love, and have someone else do it, because I don't want Toei touching that crap anymore.
Doing the animation of something you don't want to do.
No, but I gotta say, Toei is definitely playing with One Piece because they have content, they have the mangaka, they have the rights, and they have the information to actually release
They're cooking.
But when it comes to other stuff, I do agree that it needs to move that, because Saint Seiya is also on animation.
Yeah, Digimon. And it's nothing.
Dude, the movie was alright. The TV show, the animated show,
Was it a show? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It came out. It's now on. I don't think Netflix has it anymore. I think it's on Crunchyroll now.
It's a Crunchyroll. So I decided to watch the third season because I'm a fan. I watched the first 3 episodes. I stopped. I cry. They were supposed to they made so many changes in there, and they were not the great ones. I don't think Toei is making a good right move on that. Digimon. I mean, what happened to the whole news?
They have here's a little promotional art for the 25th anniversary. They've done nothing with this. They gave us Try, which was trash. They're trying to give us a second try with Davies and all them, and it
The Digimon team
looks
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, and I don't know the reception of it. So, but they're not doing anything with their.
I mean, Sailor Moon 2, they actually had they recently released a new
The
movie
Crystals,
as well.
and that was getting well received, but then they just stopped,
It wasn't.
right?
No, people like the original better.
Well, obviously
The
the original.
thriller one better than the are supposed to be the original. It's weird.
Yeah, so Toei has a lot of big titles that they need to give away. If they want to focus all on One Piece, go right ahead.
See, instead of complaining about Nintendo and other companies that you hate, you should complain to Toei directly.
I don't hate Nintendo. I care about them. That's why I criticize them so much.
But yeah, I think Toei. The thing is, I don't know which studio could handle Dragon Ball.
I say
Pierrot?
Yeah. Because they're actually...
But they also have Bleach and Naruto.
And they're actually
Yeah, but remember they're making a new
studio.
Yeah, for high animation.
Yeah,
and
like-
if you want Dragon Ball to have high animation, you want that one.
Well, then
And
let's
if
go with
they
that
do-
one
if
then.
They do it in small bundles too, like 12 episodes of like high intense animation, and then give us like another 6
I think
months.
Pierrot is not doing because the final core is coming out, and that's their last big one. Because Boruto, the anime is no longer.
It's a break.
No, but they're also handling Bleach.
Well, but the final core is finishing up. That project is done. I don't know any other big ones.
I think they're...
They have other smaller ones.
Yeah,
aren't
we
they
have to
doing
look at their discography, and then we can figure out.
Yeah. Are they doing the what's it called?
Videography, is
Yatsuri?
what it's
Are they the ones that do Yatsuri? I forget that one old
Yatsuri?
anime.
Urusei,
No, that's David Studios.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh,
They also
David
do-
Studios?
Oh,
Dude.
David Studios would be cool because actually they bring classic animes.
They do.
They do Urusei Yatsura. They brought JoJo's David
And
Studios as well.
Urusei, whatever that
Urusei
one.
Yatsura.
On high dive.
But that animation is pretty clean
Yeah.
for what it is for
They
an
also
old
did-
one.
It's kind of meh though.
No,
Captain-
clean.
Captain Tsubasa, the soccer game.
The new
Oh,
one?
from like 5 years ago.
Yeah, everything like all the classics have been done in their David Studios. So David Studios can actually.
So
do it.
okay, I would go to them because they've actually done pretty good.
So,
Yeah.
there you go. Well, red letters.
Okay, Stephen A. Smith first, right, our ex, and then we're right to
So there's a
Toei.
lot of things that Dragon Ball needs to do. One is they have to announce something for the manga because it's been on hiatus since March.
Something like that. But
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a away game. I don't.
I just wanted to say something at least. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we heard we know that's going on. We're just still, even if they say they're still mourning the passing of Toriyama, at least let me hear that. And like, we're planning on something 2025. If at least we get
the thing is, like,
I don't like this no answer quietness.
Yeah, being in limbo.
See,
Yeah.
not even on Goku's day,
there was nothing.
May 4th.
Yeah, nothing.
But yeah, I get it. I understand. Like, I 100% understand. But it's like, give us something to just be on the lookout for. Because right now,
May 6th.
fan animations are killing it right now. Like, people like doing that. Like on YouTube, if you look up any fan animations, they're doing some crazy cool stuff.
During the super ones, they look not polished, but they do look really good.
Oh, look at Defense, man. Defense can make a bunch of good stuff. Like Saint Seiya had a lot of like fans from South America make a really cool movie project that was kind of cool. I also saw a video recently of a guy making a Berserk movie using like Japanese.
Not the 3D.
Oh, did you see that the Berserk trailer dropped
No, I haven't seen
for
that.
the new animation? It's animated, not 3D, and it looks pretty.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff on log. Yeah, Defense can actually make a lot of stuff if they allow it.
Yeah, just
Give it to
I
the
just
fans.
want
There you go. Give Dragon, but not the writing. Not the writing. Not the writing. No, please no.
It'll be great.
Yeah,
But-
but
Hercule will be the hero at the end.
oh,
As he always should have been.
It's the
Mr.
real
Satan.
hero.
you know what's funny here is it's interesting tidbit. So if you ever watch, you haven't watched Dragon Ball Kai in English, but in Dragon Ball Kai in
What is
English,
that?
if you watch the part where they do the DVD or the video of what happened with Cell, it's funny. They actually use the same audio they use in the English version, like the original Funimation. They just use that for the parody because like, oh, this is still bad. They still use it for this. I was hearing like this is exactly the same audio. They didn't change a single thing, and I thought it was hilarious.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's good.
Nice.
But anyway, okay, let's keep going. There was the official trailer for Multiverse has come out. If you don't remember what Multiverse is, because if you don't, that's fine. But Multiverse is a
Multiverses.
free for all. Yeah, Multiverse is a free for all fight like Smash Brothers. It's like a Smash Brothers clone,
Smash-like.
but they have
Copy?
Warner Brothers characters. So it was in beta for a while.
That's right.
Pretty
And
much
then-
made it the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time, and then it just shut down, and people were like, "What the heck happened?" So there was a lot of issues with it. It played very weird. It's still free to play. It played very weird though. It's nothing like Smash. Like there's similar things, but it's very different. But they released the official trailer, and that's actually pretty cool. So a few weeks ago, they announced that Joker was going to be in there, and they announced that Mark Hamill is actually voicing the Joker in Multiverses. And I was like, "Oh, this is cool!" So we actually heard him in the trailer.
The trailer, we see Finn the Human, we see Harley Quinn, we see Velma, we see
Wonder Woman.
Which was weird because you see
Three Wonder Womans.
You see her Wonder Woman. You see, I think, Dark one. I don't know the Dark Wonder Woman. You see the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman, and you see the DC animated Wonder Woman.
it's like Dark Pit type thing.
I don't know. I don't know much about
completely
DC.
different characters.
Yeah,
One shoots purple arrows.
one shoots
And-
quick auto seeking arrows. The other one shoots power arrows.
I think in the game, that's the
Different.
game that also has LeBron James as the character.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
have
does.
that. They have the Starks from what's it called?
Looney Tunes.
No, what's that?
It should be there.
Darks. Oh, the dragon up. Oh my gosh.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yeah, dragon.
Yeah, it's Game of Thrones, and then
and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
Ninja Turtles?
No, that's
they're
in
Warner Brothers.
that's in Nintendo. Nickelodeon also, bro.
That's true.
Wait. If they're using a lot of WB characters, does that mean they're gonna bring Harry Potter in there?
They could.
It's
So weird.
It is free to play.
Voldemort
Yeah, sure.
against the Joker.
Well, that's the cool thing is like
that's what they can.
So they showed
Anybody
like
who's Warner Brothers are connected to Warner Brothers, like Cartoon Network is associated with Warner Brothers, so that's why they have like Adventure Time characters. They could bring Ed and Eddie if they wanted.
they have
to.
Marvin. Is it Marvin the Martian?
The Martian.
They have
yeah, 'cause
Bugs.
the Looney Tunes.
Yeah, but they have Gremlins in there.
Yeah, Gremlins in there.
Gremlins WB. I was like, what the freak? I saw him fight
They have
against the Iron Giant. It's pretty cool.
Like it's a good
I
roster of
think I
people.
like the idea, but the fact that having LeBron against all the other powerful characters, I think it's kind of weird.
He wanted to.
LeBron
Well,
is
it's
pretty
because he was in Space Jam
He was in
Toon
Space
Legacy.
Jam.
That's really why.
You know what they should do? Bring Michael Jordan in there.
Do 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 do. Wanna fly?
That would be cool because that's his intro. Do. Somebody said they
Have Seal come out.
See,
Fly like
I would
an
prefer
eagle.
that, but why LeBron? Like they could just bring up Michael
Again,
Jordan.
I'm saying it's
was
because he was in
Space
Toon
Jam 2.
Legacy.
That's why. Yeah,
But
it's-
Michael Jordan was also.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
He
But
should be. He should be.
He
There.
should be for sure. I agree, but I don't know.
GOAT.
Well, like, but
I don't know if he wants to. I mean, there's also like
he makes enough money that he doesn't need to do
of
it.
Jordan's alone,
and he
yeah.
could, and it probably his asking price is way too much for them to be like, okay, yeah.
So what's
Unless
your
he's-
take on having LeBron in the game?
it's fine.
It's fine.
I mean,
I just find it weird.
Who else is Warner Brothers?
I want his specialty to be. It's just basketball.
Isn't Mad Max also Warner Brothers property as well?
I
You
don't
guys
know.
watched it? I don't
I
know.
don't know if it's a property though.
No, I don't think so. But they did announce Jason Voorhees is on there, which I was like, what the freak? And then they had Agent Smith from the
Oh,
Matrix.
Mortal Kombat
right.
characters, I think, are Warner Brothers.
I think. Well, yeah, I think they are. And
yeah.
then they showed 3 more like portals that
Scorpion-
the Joker was like bringing people in. So there's at least 3 more characters or villains that are going to be in there. I don't know who though.
look at the ropes.
Dude, they're gonna be in Voldemort.
He plays like
That's
Mewtwo.
gonna be
He's
so
light. He
weird.
does like a front flip when he does double jump. Nagini.
Nagini.
I think the idea is kind of cool, but at the same time, it's still on the fence.
People,
It's like-
got,
it's like-
it's got a fan base. Like there's tournaments people play. Like
It plays. I will say it plays very differently.
the 3 big
It's free to
ones
play.
that are like Smash Bros. Like in that level that people still play a lot is I think Brawlhalla, Nickelodeon All Stars
All-Star Brawl.
2, and then Multiverses. They bring in people. It's nowhere near Smash level, but they bring in people. But now if they with the new Multiverses like 2.0 type of thing, not like a sequel, but like just revamped, this could bring in a lot more people.
yeah,
I say we can all try it. It's free to play.
That's true.
I know you like free, so it's free to
pay for
play.
the characters though, or you have to do something to unlock them.
Still,
you know?
though, if they have Harry Potter characters, that would be like
That'd be cool.
so
Why would
weird.
you not? Why would you not want that?
He just rides a motorcycle. Like he's a Wario character. He just pulls a motorcycle and just hits you.
That'd be cool.
Valkyrie, the final Smash.
They do.
Scooby-Doo
They
could
have
be
they have
there.
specials. They don't have like it's not. I guess it's like a mini Final Smash, but it's like a. I don't know exactly what to call it. It's like one of those Smash Ball. Yeah, it's like a on the Smash,
It's
but
like
you
a Final Smash, but it's not.
because it's not as OP.
I want
There
to
you
know
go.
who else is Warner Brothers. I wish I could know that so I could be like, these are ideas.
I have my phone.
Oh yeah.
Sadly.
Sorry.
I'm kind of well, you have the computer.
Look who's Warner Brothers.
Yeah, let's check one of our properties because I'm really curious. But I know.
Do they have Gizmo too, or is it
Ghostbusters.
just Gremlin?
As far as right now, they haven't
Stripe.
shown anything for Gizmo, but Gizmo could be in there.
Gizmo is possible. I think, yeah.
The Stripe then that they have as the Gremlin?
It's the main one with the mohawk looking
Yeah.
thing. And he turns into a giant because he tries to fight the Iron Giant, and then Iron Giant.
Catwoman.
He
Beats him
turns into a giant.
Well, because I think he gets like an item or something. He turns big, and so he's fighting the Iron Giant in the trailer. And the Iron Giant sees Velma or somebody get hurt, and he turns into his like exterminate mode.
What I type in Warner Brothers
Characters.
IPs.
IPs, they go.
But yeah, it's cool.
Animaniacs. Pinky the Brain.
They could get the Tiny Toons, Buster
That is true.
and Babs.
They can bring in Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah, I think he was in it.
I think Terminator's in there.
Really?
Wait, no, never mind. No, wait.
I was like,
Mortal Kombat characters can be a Sub-Zero. I think Sub-Zero is in there.
There's Warner Entertainment Japanese franchises.
Like.
Who?
Oh.
JoJo's in there.
It's a
Mob
Warner Brothers.
Psycho, Terraformers.
Okay, now it got my attention.
So
Now-
they could add those in there.
Dio comes in. You know how people be like,
That'd be cool. Against Voldemort. That sounds kind of weird though.
Avada
Ace Ventura,
Zawada.
Osmosis Jones,
That'll be tight. Drix.
King Kong,
I can see that.
the
too.
franchise,
Godzilla?
Lego Ninjago,
Oh, he's legendary.
Lord of the Rings,
Frodo.
Willy Wonka, Mad Max. You were right. Mad Max is on there. The Exorcist, Dennis the Menace.
Oh, that would be funny.
no.
That would be hilarious because what if he's like
Nobody
such a
wants
troll
that.
character? He's
Nobody
good.
wants
No,
that.
I want Ace Ventura.
Nobody wants that
Oh,
either.
Ace
How about
Ventura?
Free Willy? That would be awesome.
That sounds so ridiculous that I actually do want that one.
You're just the kid, and then his special just Willie.
Is that Airbud too? Is that?
No, everybody's not on here.
Dang it.
A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, Freddy
Oh,
Krueger.
Freddy Krueger could be on there.
He's in the movie.
Never,
Jason Voorhees was shown.
Never Ending Story. He's right. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle films are on there. They are Warner
Oh,
Brothers,
so
so
they
they
could do
could
the-
be on there.
The movie.
I think it had to be the movie versions, not.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
the
yeah.
cartoon ones are Nickelodeon's.
Yeah.
Police Academy.
The cup with the.
Yeah, all the Hangover films. The hot. I don't want.
Oh,
the
you
Hobbit.
play as
Fudge that.
the brother who got them all drugged up, and he has the baby on him. He just
Wait.
fights you.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I know that Warner Brothers and Nickelodeon have their own
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on.
Smash clone.
And you
Does
also
Disney have one?
No.
Their idea was around. I know. I
Oh,
saw
they
it.
did say something. They were curious about it because
It still might happen, but we don't know.
They
But
have,
I think
the only thing they have that's clone of another game similar is they have
Disney Racing.
no, not racing.
No, the
that,
All Star.
no, what's the
That's also The PlayStation.
Oh,
All-Star.
PlayStation All Star. No.
but what's the Nintendo? What's that? Animal Crossing. They have an Animal Crossing like thing on
Okay.
Disney.
Because I'm just thinking Disney could make that. That would be awesome.
They have
Marvel, Star Wars.
They have no, Warner Brothers. They have the Big Bang
Overwatch
Theory.
2 thing.
You can have Leonard on there.
I'm so sick
Or
of Sheldon. Okay.
Sheldon.
Okay, I need to talk about this. Look, what's the big deal with the new Young Sheldon TV show? People.
No, Sheldon ended.
It just ended.
No, but people we're talking so much about the.
Oh, because they started getting good because they started focusing a little bit more on Georgie, like the son, and he was good, and the people really liked him because they saw
He's
his
getting a
growth.
spin-off if I'm
Yeah,
not
he's getting a
mistaken.
spin-off, but it's not going to be like how the
spin-off was spin-off.
They have Shaolin Showdown. Warner Brothers owns that. That'd be so cool.
Okay.
Wait,
Wait, does that mean Jackie Chan?
Jackie Chan,
Animated Jackie Chan.
oh, that's sick actually.
Yu-Gi-Oh, the kids WB version?
WB.
I don't see him on here.
WB Kids, Yu-Gi-Oh,
Jackie Chan is not on here.
Dang it.
Jackie Chan Adventures.
I'm trying to look for it. I don't see it on here.
I mean, it's probably an old IP.
The Animaniacs.
So is Shaolin Showdown. So is Mucha
Monks?
Lucha. Mucha Lucha's on there.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a way of life.
Yeah, if you get Mucha Lucha, Latinos are going to be eaten.
That'd be cool. I would actually like to see Mucha Lucha on there.
I'd wonder if it's the Flea. If it's no one else, it's got to be the Flea.
Snow Pea.
Yeah, still be.
The Flea.
Dang. Okay, so I guess
Multiverses has a lot that they
have
can
a-
do.
There's the
There's
talent.
potential.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
and
it.
again, they're not video game characters, which is why it's interesting.
It's an interesting take.
It's cool. Well, I mean, also too, it's like it's people that you don't know. They don't fight, and having them as fighters is interesting. Like
Yeah, having
Velma's
Velma
not a
fight.
fighter.
Because Bulma fight. Yeah, that's weird.
But like she does kind of. She
Shaggy?
does like Shaggy. Does,
Shaggy, he can become Super Saiyan.
Yeah. He has Ultra Instinct. Shaggy.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's actually kind of cool. I actually meant it.
But like it's cool because like you get to see characters that normally don't fight. Like Captain Falcon was never a fighter; he was just a racer, and then they brought him into Smash Bros. And you're like, this racing guy,
That's true.
and then he's got one of the coolest moves, Falcon Punch, that you hate because Jose wrecks you with it, or the knee.
The knee is cool.
So I guess they're cooking something then. Let them cook then.
Dude, if they cook well, that could be competition for Smash Bros. And then
I don't-
Sakurai is like,
I don't think so.
I don't think there will ever be competition for
But
Smash Bros.
I gotta say the way that the take that they're doing something, it's a little bit different for sure. I'm skeptical, but at the same time, like knowing how many characters are in there, like I think that can get a lot of people going for sure.
That reminds me, David. Do you know this? How did they come up with the idea of Smash Bros? Like, it sounds like somebody was just like on drugs or was high.
Originally, he wanted a platform free for all fighting. So they originally showed the idea of that with these polygon characters, and they were fighting. And he said, "This is my idea." And then Miyamoto was the one that's like, "Can we do this with Nintendo characters?"
He's like,
and
what?
Sakura's like,
Doing it in the accent.
"If you give it to me, sure."
Sakurai was like, huh?
So Sakura
Like
had
the
like
cat?
I think Sakura had a list. I think originally of like 20 some characters. They was going to be on the original Smash. I think King Dedede was supposed to be in the original Smash.
Mewtwo was originally.
Mewtwo was supposed to be in the original Smash, but they cut it down to 12. So the idea was that he's like, we can make this better with the IPs from Nintendo. And so he's like, okay. And Sakura's like, I want these characters. They're like, you get 12. Like, okay. Some of them actually, I think DDD was fully
done.
but he got cut at the end.
And Mewtwo was ready too.
I think I don't know about Mewtwo. I can't remember.
That's where he was because they had his polygon. I think you can look into it. I don't know. I'll look into it.
I'd have to look into it. But yeah, so that's how that happened. So Smash was interesting because it was never meant to be this crossover of characters or
Like an
different
original
games.
IP, not like
It was
that.
it was going to be something original IP that they were going to do, but they're like, no, we'll just do this type of game, and it just blew up.
And now we have it.
And now we have it.
And now we have like a bunch of copies.
Yep. They're not.
Inspirationals, not copies.
What happened to All Star? The PlayStation.
We
All-Star?
played it. It
That
sucked.
was never good.
It's fun for
You
like
know how
10 minutes, but then it
Kratos
goes
was
away.
super OP. It was not fun to play against him. He had every move. He had long range moves. He had short range moves. You couldn't touch him.
Princess Cake was stupid,
Oh yeah, Digimon also had something like that too for PlayStation.
and it died as soon as it came out.
Oh yeah, I actually played it. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, and it died as soon as it came out. You were like,
You had
the one
fun with it for a week and you
He's
never
like,
played it
I
again.
didn't play online. 0 players.
No, it's for PlayStation 1. So even back then.
Oh, see, nobody wants.
They didn't
for
have
a
online
week and put it away.
capabilities.
No.
PlayStation 1?
64 did in Japan.
Yeah, but not,
Yeah, no.
not here. Talk about the PlayStation 1 here in America.
What about in Japan?
That's weird that you're not bringing it up about Japan.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know.
What
about
happened to
Japan.
my title of Asian enthusiast?
When
Dang
I got
it.
the PlayStation 1, it was actually in America. So I never.
He was.
Oh,
he
that was the Peruvian
identifying
version.
as a Peruvian. At the time.
It comes with 2 games: Llama Run and Llama Fest.
Actually, the first game that I got for PlayStation 1 was
Was it Llama Run?
Raw, the wrestling game.
WWE Raw. Don't ever play that with Jose. I hated playing that game. It was-
Cheap ass motherfucker.
he dings you in the nuts, and then he does his little dog. No, he does that, and there's this one where you like get on all fours, and you go like, and it looks weird. He does it whenever he dings
Wait,
you.
what is he? What?
It's from that Hawaiian character from the late 90s, early 2000s.
I did like SmackDown though on PlayStation. Oh, so good.
I'll play it with Jose. He's not fun.
Yeah, he's
I'll tell you
cheap.
that much.
He's so cheap. I hate it.
You know how you are with GoldenEye? He's like that with any WWE game.
He pulls out a chair.
Good at GoldenEye?
Huh?
Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
Is he good at
Let's
GoldenEye?
play.
He's better than any of us. At least me and Diego.
You want to play?
I've never played.
He's not leagues above. Like it's not like, oh crap. Like we can get him,
It was
but he does
before
know.
leagues.
But he does know. He did play a lot more than I did.
I love that game. Anyways,
But anyway,
yeah,
yeah. So
cool. I
over
guess
Multiverses, I'm excited for it.
Then you have it's gonna be like crossplay and all that.
I think so.
I think
It comes
it's
out.
on-
It comes out May 28th. So it's coming out as of recording.
3 days.
3 days.
So
we can all-
PlayStation, Xbox.
PC.
PC, and I don't know about
I think
Nintendo.
it's on Switch. I think.
I don't know.
Hey, I know. Oh, that reminds me about playing games together. Does Star Wars Battlefront ever get fixed?
No, I've tried.
I
it.
don't know. I downloaded the game, but I haven't been able to play with.
We got to try
I'm
again.
good.
I want my money back.
We did not get what we paid for.
Talk about like random stuff since you actually brought Mad Max. We didn't watch Mad
I
Max.
actually was going to bring that up.
Okay.
Furiosa, a Mad Max movie or story, whatever,
maybe.
came out this week. Japar and I saw it.
Saga.
Mad Max Saga. We saw it this week. Very interesting to me. I did have time to think about it. My score has changed a little bit, but
For the better or for the worse?
Not yet.
a little for the better. A little, not by much.
Okay, let's hear it.
But so to kind of paint you the picture, if you don't know what this movie is about, Furiosa is about a character that was introduced in Mad Max Fury Road.
Please, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, in Mad Max Fury Road,
The prequel.
and yes, it's a prequel to the Mad Max Fury Road. So you have this person called Furiosa who is with Max or whatever, and in that movie, she's like the one that is trying to help the wives of, I forget his name, something Joe. Immortal Joe, to get them to escape. Okay, and so she plays a big role in that. So this movie is a prequel of how she basically got to this point. So the movie follows, and the movie, it's about her, and you do see characters from Mad Max Fury Road, like the Immortal Joe,
What?
and the Citadel that he has, and they talked about the Citadel. They talked about like the different sanctuaries that are in the Mad Max world. So you see those again, but you see, the movie has like, it's kind of split into 5 parts. I think I told Sharking, it's kind of like, or I told Boricua Senpai that it's kind of like the Zack Snyder Justice League, where they have like 4 parts or 4, like it's divided into 4 parts. This is kind of like in a storytelling where it has 5 parts to it. And it starts from when she's very small, and it ends. It doesn't end. It ends like where Mad Max Fury Road begins.
Okay.
So that's the whole span of it. And the main antagonist, I mean, like I said, Immortal Joe is in there, but he's not really the main antagonist. It's the Mantis, who is played by Chris Hemsworth. Thor. And so it's him against her. That's kind of the story. It's like, it's what she wants to do and what he wants to do, and how Immortal Joe is involved. Because if you know in Mad Max Fury Road,
He doesn't know.
if you watch Furiosa, I mean, have you all watched Mad Max Fury Road?
He hasn't watched.
So you won't care.
Go ahead, spoiler.
So she's with Immortal Joe in Mad Max Fury Road.
Okay.
He got spoiled.
Okay. So eventually, like in the movie, kind of shows how that happens, how she gets involved with Immortal Joe, and how she's kind of with him in the Citadel. And so the movie just again kind of takes place from when she's a child to that part. I didn't give it a 10 out of 10. I don't know how. I honestly have no even.
I don't know how. And I really like that movie, but I wouldn't give it a 10.
Mad Max Fury Road is a really good movie. Like, I would watch that again.
Let's watch it.
I still wouldn't give it a 10, but it's better. It's better than Furiosa. And that Furiosa getting a 10 baffles me. I'll say this one thing. Again, not spoiling any story wise, but
he will.
I'm not. But Mad Max talked about Fury Road. They talked about how much they use practical effects. And in this one, I'm pretty sure they did, but it didn't feel like it a lot. It felt like there was a lot more CGI done in Furiosa. And it kind of that's why it kind of took me out of it a little bit. Sometimes they use CGI for like random things. Like there's a scene where there's a skull in the desert, just a random skull, and you see a lizard. And the lizard CGI. And then you see a vehicle run over the lizard and the skull. I was like, what was the point of this? Like, what was the point of having a CGI lizard on there? It's just kind of random things that they put in there.
The PETA people would be after them for killing a real lizard. There you go.
That's true.
So they don't need a lizard. They could just show the skull and then see the vehicle crush it. But
It would have been a lizard.
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah,
Lizard got his credentials in the film. Give him those.
No lizards were harmed in the making
no,
of this
lizard.
film.
Women were though.
What did you think of Dementus as a villain, as antagonist?
Okay, I was gonna say that's the part that I found it. I was quite surprised. I never seen Chris Hemsworth to play a villain, and in this movie, he actually does a good job. He has a prosthetic on his nose that you can actually use.
Yeah, you can't because he doesn't look like exactly like Chris Hemsworth, and that nose thing is what bugged me. I was like, oh my gosh, this looks so weird.
But I think he has a lot of range. A lot of people kind of forget that he can actually act. Like in all the movies,
really
he
can
always
act.
plays
'Cause he wasn't in the
Ghostbusters.
Red Dawn or whatever it's called.
Yeah, he was in Red Dawn.
He was in Red Dawn, and he
wasn't
played
Ghostbusters.
American, and he had a good accent. Like, I mean, there were moments where he's like you hear his Australian accent come out.
Yeah.
But like majority of the time he was.
And I think in this one he didn't have to because the movie is set in Australia. Like you don't. I never really knew.
So Star Wars has like, I guess America, Harry Potter is the UK, Australia is Mad Max.
Yeah, and it's funny because you see like the world and you see the camera go down to Australia and where they're at exactly.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting. It kind of gives you also like a. I mean, I've never watched all of the original Mad Max movies, so I don't know exactly what happened.
1 and 2.
I've never saw exactly what happened, but in the beginning,
dystopian.
well, yeah, but they don't say why. But in the movie, like in Furiosa, you kind of hear like news bits of like what's happening in the world. Nothing really like concrete, but like kind of showing this is how it kind of started, and then it just goes
That's how
to
we got here.
yeah, kind of. I mean, no real clear picture, but them kind of showing there was some sort of Earth-ending event or
Post-apocalyptic thing.
conflict or something that ended up to where they're dystopian.
Warfare.
Yeah, so interesting thing. But yeah, Dementis was I think he was really good. It's funny sometimes though I did think he was Thor the way that he talked.
Well, he gives the Thor vibe.
He gives a Thor vibe.
He has the
yeah.
muscles. He has he's the actor playing it, right? But I think that the thing I was surprised the most is the girl who plays Furiosa. In this movie is playing Anya Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy, yeah.
Yeah, she's also Peach. She's also on some other movies. I'm trying to remember. A lot of movies. Anyways, but
She
her
speaks Spanish.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think she was
Argentina.
raised in Argentina.
So I gotta say, in order for her to play another character, well, the same character than the main actress in the Mad Max Fury Road, she acted really, really well to the point of like I wasn't feeling uncomfortable. Like she, to me, when I think of Furiosa, I think of the other actress. What's her name?
Charlize Theron.
That's the one. And I think in this movie she plays pretty good. A lot of people were complaining because she doesn't speak as much. But then again, in all the Mad Max movies, they don't speak as much.
It does, but it's like everyone around her speaks except for her.
And you know what? I found out that it was done on purpose.
I know.
So the director of the movie, George Miller, he actually said, like, I want to make sure that people who may don't speak English may be able to understand this movie from the get-go.
Doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense to me. They speak so much English in there.
Yeah, but it's very limited, and the wording that they use is very limited. That's the way that it was with Mad Max Fury Road. I don't know about Furiosa, but the thing about this is that it felt like a really quiet movie, but there's a lot of action. There's a lot of cool scenographies. There's a lot of like car chasing vehicles, mechanics, and all that kind of stuff. It felt like a really good movie. I feel like it's still involved in the same element of the Mad Max saga. So to me, I think it complements Mad Max Fury Road, but I still don't think it's a movie that will be 10 out of 10. Like IGN.
There's a lot of issues with the movie, in my opinion. I think one of the big things that I did not like. Well, I know they have to set up her story, right? I think they spent so much time in her being a child.
Well, that's how she.
I know,
character,
but it's so much time in their child that when they get to her when she's Anya Taylor-Joy, it's like I was like, finally, like something's gonna happen. Another thing that they did was when this was weird. When she's a child, there are some scenes where it shows how smart she is and how self-sufficient she is and how she can get herself out of situations, and you actually see what she does to get out of the situation. Cool. There's a big scene that if you watched Max Fury, you see that she has like a robotic arm. So in the movie you see how that happens, but the thing that happens is it doesn't show exactly what happened. It's just like something big's happening, and then all of a sudden you see her arms gone, and you're like, to me, I'm like, okay, you spent this part in the beginning of the movie showing how she can get out of ropes, how she can get like a knife and cut herself free. In this one, she's surrounded by people that could see her do something, except you don't see her, and somehow she escapes. Like, I would have loved to have seen what she did to basically get herself free and lose her arm and then drive off. I felt like that was a wasted opportunity.
Scene, bro.
I think it was intentional.
I think it was a wasted scene. Like, it just was like,
because it was a surprise to Dementis.
Yeah, but it was like, but he wasn't. But he wasn't. Yeah, but the thing is, like, you have dozens of bikers that could see what happened. She wasn't hidden. That was the thing. I was like, if she were hidden or something, okay, I can make more sense. But she was literally like in front of everyone to see, and how.
But then again, they were also covered with a lot of sandstorms because they were riding the bikes around it.
I still don't think.
Yeah.
I still think that doesn't make sense that you wouldn't keep an eye on her. if she's your prisoner.
Yeah.
Well, what will you keep on her? She's already tied up. Nobody will expect her to take her arm out.
They still have someone keep an eye on her, make
She's
sure.
already like
Because there was a part where he makes the Mentos makes her when she's younger watch something horrific happen, and like he makes sure that she's watching, and so I know at this time in the movie he's now a very different character, but it's like it just I didn't like that. I thought that was kind of a waste opportunity.
So yeah, tell me, like you said, you changed your score from like
Just a little bit more. I think it was just reflecting on the end, because in the end it was a lot more. It was a lot more complicated or complex of how the final fight or the final climax of the movie ends with Domestos and with Furiosa, and I think it was very interesting the way that they tell us like what people think happened and what actually happened. And so I kind of reflected, I'm like, you know what, that's actually pretty smart storytelling, because it's like somehow, you know, it shows like what people, how the ending happened, how people think it ended. It's funny, like I wonder how they came to that conclusion, and I also want to know how it actually happened. Like I wonder how that actually happened, because it to me raised more questions, like how exactly did that happen, and how we get to the end. I'm like, I don't even know how that's possible. I mean, it's Mad Max Fury Road, so it's like they do tons of stuff that doesn't make any sense. Which it's that universe. I understand that, but again, there's some things that don't make sense. Again, to me, I think the whole arm getting cut off and them not noticing makes no sense.
Spoilers.
You watch Fury Road, you'll see that she has robot. That makes no sense how that happens.
I have it.
Well, it's okay.
See, I told you there were spoilers. But interesting enough, like something else, find out that George Miller, he was making this movie because he made the original Mad Max movies. This movie and Mad Max were supposed to be made in the 80s. But because of many issues, a lot of things actually kind of got postponed. Another thing that I also found out that the actress that initially was going to play Furiosa was going to be the girl from Alien, Sigourney
Weaver?
Yeah.
Back in the 80s?
Yeah. She was going to be...
That'd be cool.
She was going to be
I would
original
have given her more
Furiosa, but they
credits.
had to change because, things got postponed.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that would have given Sigourney Weaver so much more cred now. I mean, she still has amazing credentials, but her being Furiosa, like, that would have been badass.
Yeah.
So, again, it's a little bit better. I gave it a 6.5 out of 10. I still don't want to watch it again. I think there's a lot of stuff that happens that just kind of waste, to me personally, waste time. The action is good. It's not as good as Mad Max. So that's why Fury Road. So that's why I don't know why they give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. I
But-
think for me, I will actually give it a 7.5 out of 8. I do
Out of 10, 8?
No, sorry. 7.5 to 8.
Oh, 7.5 to 8, okay.
Yeah,
7.5 or 8 out of 10.
No, because I do feel like the movie is pretty good for a prequel. They actually did a good job. The acting was amazing. It doesn't take you too much away. It actually paints more the Mad Max universe, and everything is still connected, which is awesome. They could easily butcher like the whole Star Wars thing, but they didn't. And I think they're gonna do one more.
Hey, the prequels were...
They're okay. The first one was
All right.
the first one was the weakest one.
Hey,
It's true.
You want to know about trading?
yes.
Galaxy trading? No.
That's the most important part. It sets up what the universe is like, David.
Well, you read about one thing, Master. The trades were short.
No, I definitely think it's definitely a
Darth
good
Maul
movie.
was cool.
But
Yeah, it was cool.
Not to the point of giving a 10 though.
Yeah,
I think they're wasting a little bit too much. I think the directing, the acting, the music, I think everything in the aspect, but to the point of making it a 10, no, not me.
I wish they would have made a movie about there's like a big fight scene that they tell us about, but we don't actually see. And so it has a name, and it's a war, basically. It's a war that happens near the end, but we don't see what happened. We just see the end of it. I think that would have been a cool movie to see the war.
Did they pull the Star Wars thing again when they're like, oh, yes, the Clone Wars? Like, oh, that actually sounds interesting. You're not going to see that on this one.
Yeah, you don't see. You see the aftermath.
Oh, that's not fun.
But I would have liked to see because you don't know exactly how they fought, where they fought, how people survived, how they didn't. Like it was a big mission. I was like, oh, cool, we're going to see this huge fight. Like, no, it's done. Oh, that would have raised my score if I saw that fight. If I saw those battles.
And also, Chris Hemsworth actually recently got his star on the Walk of
The Hollywood star, yeah.
yeah.
Ooh,
Nice.
So he's making more movement. So
Good on him. Hopefully he still does his break, though. 'Cause remember, he wanted to take a break from acting for a while. Because
Yeah.
he found out his... I don't know if it's like his blood type or his family lineage has a type to get Alzheimer's. So he wanted to check it out. Make sure he can.
Oh,
be
yeah.
achievable.
They can make a movie out of that. Just saying.
But yeah,
Yeah, Furiosa.
but there's a 6.5, a Mad Max story.
A subpar to good movie, depending on who you're talking about.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
He wants to go see it in IMAX. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to see it in IMAX.
it looks cool.
I wanted to see what was the
Dune?
no
No,
monkeys, the apes.
the monkey movie.
Did you see that? Oh, no, you fell asleep. I forgot.
I was really watching the movie.
Wow.
Dang it.
Did you remember what happened at the end?
I only watched the beginning. They went on their happy paths.
Happy pads? Happy pads.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil. Well, again, I haven't watched.
What is
the
a
whole
happy
movie.
pad?
Monkeys? They're still moving in their life in a good life environment without conflict. Humans, they were able to talk to more humans at the end. I guess spoilers. Yeah, that's
Dang it, Paul.
Okay, whatever.
I do want to watch it though. I do want to.
I'll go watch it with
Okay,
you.
we'll watch it again. Well, I'll watch it again.
I might
watch
go
it the
watch
first
it.
time.
I still haven't watched the third one yet, so
The other ones?
I saw the first one, the second one, and then watched the third
You
one.
can watch. I have it.
Maybe.
I
on
do.
HBO.
I do like those prequels.
Those are good.
Or
The very
prequels?
first one, I recently did finish watching the very first one.
James Franco one?
Oh man, that was good. When Caesar's like, no,
And he kills Draco Malfoy.
yes,
Because you want him to die.
He needed to die.
he is evil.
Yeah.
in this movie as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
But anyway,
Apes together strong, David.
that's right.
no, is that it? No. There you go. Wow. I thought that's what you were saying.
Kind of.
I need wow.
No, that's not.
Oh, okay. I need to brush up on my sign language. Sorry.
Right.
Might be. Alrighty. Well,
You're close.
okay. Alrighty. Well, that is it for this episode of Chimino Podcast. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, you guys can watch this on YouTube first. And if you want to listen to it, it's a 2-week delay, but it'll be on all of your podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, whatever it may be. You can also follow us on all our social media at Chimino Podcast, capital C, capital N, capital P. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. This is David the Smash Fan,
Mr.
Japorian.
And Shark King.
and this is Chimino Podcast.